I'm Perfect Competition.
I'm Monopolistic Competition.
I'm Oligopoly.
I'm Monopoly.
And
We are the 4 market structures.
And
we're out to make profit.
Good evening, my name is Josh Clayton. This is my associate Zach Lucius, and we'll be talking about the components of perfect competition. So, walk with us while we speak. So within perfect competition, you have the exact same product, right? So one firm sells apples, and another firm sells the exact same type of apples. Just the same with onions. Yo, Lee McDonald, what's your company and how much you gonna sell that onion for?
Oh, why, hello there. My company is Safekeeping's Onions. Because I keep my onions safe. I sell them for $1.50 each.
$1.50? Alright. Yo, Jonathan, what's your onion? Or what you're gonna sell your onion for, and what's your company?
Alright, so my onion company is Onions Incorporated. I sell my onions here for $1.50 on the market.
Alright, that is because they are price takers, so all the prices are gonna be exact same depending on the firm. So every firm, so like you're gonna sell onions for $1.50, he's gonna sell onions for $1.50. With other perfect competition examples like apple trees, you got one firm selling for like $2 an apple, another firm selling for another $2 an apple. And then with perfect competition, you have a number of buyers and sellers, right? So lots of buyers, lots of sellers. Right, show me that.
Here's an onion for you.
Yeah, and they're very nutritious. So good. And of course, the best possible thing about perfect competition is that we don't have ads to interrupt your YouTube videos. All right. And that is perfect competition.
My name is Lee, and I have Monopolistic Competition. It's very similar to perfect competition, with a few small differences.
They aren't price takers because they control the price.
There are identical products. There's product differentiation.
You see us all the time on your television.
Advertisement. An example of monopolistic competition is Lee jeans. They're very similar to every other type of jean with a slight difference on the butt. Also, they have a different name and rely on advertisement. Monopolistic competition? Yeah, monopolistic competition. Yeah.
There are so many lovely drinks to taste and choose from, and it all comes down to the customer's taste and preferences. We are an oligopoly, Coca-Cola, that's what we are, and we have many products like Dasani water, the orange Fanta in cans, and Coca-Cola cherry. It's hard to believe we sell our own product. And an oligopoly, and I'll save you the Wikipedia lookup, is a company that owns many brands and there's only a very few firms that can control the market over that product. So, like my buddy here, Pepsi, we're both oligopolies. There's literally 3 of us in this market selling multiple products to consumers to buy, and it's just all it is different prices and different flavors and stuff. Some of the characteristics of a oligopoly is there are high barriers to entry and very few firms with a ton of market power. We can determine the price because no one else will change it for us, and consumers are willing to pay it. And some of the barriers to entry are high capital investment at the start, and that means all the machinery, all the resources that we have to put into making these products costs a significant amount. That's why an easy way for us to get out is to invest in a bottling company or can company to produce the bottles, and all we have to do is make the liquid. We combine them, we sell it, put them on the shelves, and sell them, and the money comes in by the millions.
Looks like you own everything. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna have another chance of living. Burger. How much will it be?
It says here it's going to be about 5,500 American dollars.
5,500 American dollars. 1, 2, 3. This will do again.
GG.
Alright. Good game, good game.
Alright, so that's an example of a monopoly, when a seller controls the selling of an entire product in the industry. So one example of this right now is Google Chrome controls about 63% of the market due to a high barrier of entry into the browser space and a patent for its tech. So now we're going to get into our 4 subcategories of monopoly.
Right. So as he said, there are 4 subcategories of monopoly. First are natural, geographic, technological, and government monopolies.
Alright, so our first monopoly we're going to be talking about is the natural monopoly. So this occurs from a production of a product kind of in a high startup cost area. So an example of this is the electricity industry. So generation has a high expense to create the infrastructure because you have to create power lines, you need to generate your power. So in Kerrville we have K-Pub, which only exists solely because of the high startup cost. It's very expensive to start, especially in a small town where you only need one supplier anyway. So due to this, K-Pub is our natural monopoly for the area.
Right. Next up is the geographic monopolies. This happens when the market is so limited in a small town, it doesn't make sense for other sellers to enter the market. For example, is Kerrville Aviation. That is the FBO, fixed base operations at the Kerrville Airport. There's no point for there to be more than one FBO in Kerrville, since there's just one airport and such little traffic. So Kerrville Aviation is an example of a geographic monopoly.
So our next monopoly is going to be the technological monopoly. So this occurs whenever a company owns exclusive rights to products. This could be either in the form of a patent, which lasts about 20 years, to a copyright, which is a lifetime plus 50. So an example is kind of this iOS Apple space that they've created with the App Store. So App Stores are increasingly monopoly-esque with, right now, Epic Games, the owner of Fortnite, suing Apple because of the 30% cut in the App Store. And so they tried to undercut this, but Apple is enforcing their monopolistic tactics to make sure they get that 30% cut of their patented hardware.
Right. Next is the government monopolies. This is when the government owns a business, is more efficient and provides a large percent of the market. For example, the USPS, United States Postal Service, is controlled by the government, and which makes it a government monopoly.
Alrighty, so that's our 4 subcategories of monopoly, and all these kind of occur from high startup cost, really efficient production, or just geographically kind of separated from everything else. So that's the main idea of monopoly. We have our natural, geographic, technological, and government monopolies. And overall, that's checkmate for other firms. Happy monopoly.
We're the 4 market structures.
Yeah.